going to do some trimming. This one is finally dried, and then I think we are ready to get these trimmed. So let me bring those over from my table. They're sitting right there, and I'm going to bring all of them back to my wheel, and then we'll get this process started. How are you all doing? If you're new here, welcome to ClayGarden by Hima. And if you already visited my channel, thank you for popping in again. Okay, I'll set this up so that we can get this party started. Okay, so hopefully you can see all of them better. Okay. Okay, so I do have quite a few. Let's see how long it's gonna take us to do the process. But yeah, for that, I'm gonna take my back meat. I hope you can all see me better. Yep, I think that's better. There we go. And I'm going to dip this one in water because this is my trick of I dip the back meat and I place it on the wheel. I honestly like my other wheel better, that's for trimming, because I feel like this one is a bit underneath, but this works much better because this is big wheel in that context, so I opted on working this one. Okay, I got all the tools ready, and let's get this party started. Okay, well, this one is pretty good, but I do need something underneath. Probably I'm gonna try to, okay, this is not going to work. Okay, I'm gonna place this one. And then center it. Hi there. Just wanted to find out if you're all new here, or have you already joined the live before. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear back from you all. But yeah, it's been a very long day for me, and I wanted to get some relaxation by doing some of the pottery, connecting with you all. I do have all my trimming tools sitting right here, like right here. And trying to center, of course. Okay. This is a bit of like a struggle, to be honest. It'll take its own time. That's pretty much it. Okay. For the bigger ones like this, I'm going to flip this one over, and then that way I will have more stability to do it. So basically, I'm gonna have to take my trimming tool. It's basically, there is no rules that I'm gonna do or follow. I'm basically going to use one of my trimming tools and see if it's going to work with this plate better. If not, I'm going to switch to the other tool that I have. But I am so sure that this is like one of the satisfying processes, other than like reclaiming also, because that's my favorite part too. And yeah, everything about like making and everything, yeah. Okay, so what we're doing by this is like pretty much we're like taking out the excess clay and like we're trying to, oh, a whole bunch of stuff sitting here on top of our beautiful pottery cottage that we built. But yeah, just let me know where you're all connecting from. I'd love to meet new people. And if this is your first time here, welcome. Thanks for joining. And if you already joined, let me know what you like so far out of all the pieces that we're doing. But how are you all doing and how is your day so far? Is it hectic or you're just starting new day? Let me know in the comments. I'll be keeping an eye. Sorry about the light. Or I have my garage kind of opening, so let me just mute for a sec. Okay, I'm back. So basically what I'm trying to do is like I'm trying to make a, let me bring you guys closer. And then there's gonna be more visibility. Hope you can see it all fine. There we go, okay? So basically what I'm trying to do is like I'm trying to make a foot for our little chip and dibble. Yeah, so let me know where you're all connecting from and how's your day going on so far? What do you like about pottery? I'd love to just say hi and meet new people. That's one of my favorite things. My favorite work. Also part of this one. So let me know where you're all joining from. If you are new here, do introduce yourself. I have been practicing this tap centering for a really long time. What that basically is like, my hand is not supposed to move even when I'm like moving this wheel because of this object. It is not supposed to like move my hand here and there. I got that part, but yeah, sometimes it's really tricky. Yeah, I can see like it's moving quite a bit. And my honest process that I do is like I take like one of the pin tools and I slowly move my wheel and then move wherever we have the line of the spin tool. Like there will be like a big giant line that forms. Yeah, these are like pretty much ready to be trimmed. Well, I got to tell you that it's a little late too, meaning I waited for a little longer time. That's because I opened the cover. I opened the plastic wrap that I just okay. Okay, let's see. Hey, why is this side? Okay, let's see now. Okay, there's still a bit more. So wherever it's touching, I'm like moving to the opposite technically, and I'm gonna start trimming. Okay, well that's not bad. Okay, ta-da! That's nice and smooth. Hello everyone. Just let me know where okay, well, we usually start our live with the topic. And if my kids are here, they would start with like their favorite topic, but I'm gonna start to see what is your best stress reliever. For me, it's the pottery, because if my day is really long, I would prefer to sit on the wheel or close to the clay. That gives me a very great relief and keeps me less anxious. What is your favorite task to do when you're kind of like anxious, or if your day is like really long? How would you relax, or how would you go about it? Because there is something definitely with clay. When I touch it, I don't get like anything else in my head, and I normally just sit and like focus and work on what I do, and I don't have to worry too much about what else is happening with the rest of the world, because that's how I feel like I am near clay. I feel like it's like bringing you close to nature. Well, especially when the seasons change, I can still sit inside my garage and I'll be able to connect to what's going on with my clay and forget about whatever is happening outside the world. Okay, so this one, I feel like I don't want it to do too much deeper, especially because the foot, I don't know, like it's hard to see it because I'm feeling the foot. I don't know if it's visible. Hey, Papa Ola, how are you? I'm excited to see ya. I'm doing homework right now, but I couldn't miss the stream. I would be as active, but I'll be here lol. Thank you, Papa Ola. My little brother says hi, by the way. Hi, Papa Ola's brother. Oh, by the way, do you have any other names like Papa Ola? I can refer you by that name. But thanks for joining, Papa Ola. By the way, when are you going to start your projects? The other day I made chip and dip bowl, and this is what I'm trimming now. This is the foot. I'm going way too fast right now. Way too fast right now because sometimes I feel like testing it, how far I can go. Sorry, computer was acting up. Lol, no ma'am, I don't have any other names except Black Tar and Papa Ola. No, I'm talking about your brother. Yeah, sometimes I wanted to test out how fast I can go and how can I break. He said no XT. No XT? Wow, okay. No XT. Hi, no XT. But thank you for joining. I feel very good when I see you all. And when you interact, I feel like really, really good. That is actually another way. Which grade is he in? I'm trying not to break my pot here. Like my chip and dip bowl. But even if it does, he is in 7th grade. Yay! Does he do any of the clay projects? Well, I will let you finish your homework first. I don't want you to be in trouble. Yeah, my kids are busy. One is sleeping and the other one is like doing her homework. And actually she finished her homework early today. So she's working on like playing this game, Skyzo. We got that game after hearing from one of our friends. And then she is obsessed with that game right now. And she took shower so she can come here and like work in dirt. So yeah, she took the day off from the clay. But she would always love to come here and sit work here. But anyways. So Papa Ola, when are you starting your first project? Oops, sorry. I I break my own word. I'm gonna let you finish your homework. This one is acting up a little weird. Good. Okay, so one other thing I realized is like I started using my own work, and then one thing that I realized is when I use sponge dipped in water, there is some grout. Normally you don't see it, but when you just try to smooth it out, it is coming off, and like when I'm using the glaze, it is kind of like very rough. Let me bring over a piece and then let me show you because it is coming so rough, and like when I'm moving it on the desks, I can actually feel it, which some people like that for touching and all, like it gives you good grip, but for me, I like it too. My husband is the other way around. So let me bring it and then show it to you what I'm referring about. I don't know if it is visible in camera, but I will try. Okay, well, there are other ways to kind of like smooth it out, but okay, so this is the texture that I tried getting. This is like, I made it with the special rib that I have, which is like wiggly rib. And then I like, hear that sound, right? I like that, especially because of the texture that it gives. This is like a glaze texture, and this is like the rougher edge that I got. And when I'm wiping that, this is how I got, right? Like the roughness, I got it. But when I use the sponge, the what do you call, the sand particles come out, and then it will try to give you like the texture feeling, and it's not good. Like, I don't like it on the bottom, but I like it over here. So sometimes I keep the texture because that's the way I like it, right? And then here, on the contrary, this is so shiny, right? I mean, this, again, there is the design, but that's not going to do much. He's fine with it. But then there are some, like the rougher edges, like maybe like a sand here and there. I don't want it to like buff it, because if I buff it, I'm gonna be essentially getting like more roughness. So I would try to avoid that. This is like, one of the cutest little bowl. I just like it. And I wanted to keep it like, handle free. That way it saves you a lot of space in your cabinets. And also it will give you like a good grip for drinking. I mean, this, I feel like you can use it as a little serving bowl or like the kids' snack bowl. But I like it. Look at that. That's pretty, right? So pretty. But yeah, it's so, yeah. I do that to all my pieces. I love some of the pieces that I worked on, and this is another one that I'm using it as what do you call, chuck? There is this thing called chuck, which is the pottery language. I feel like not a whole lot of people probably know about it. Which chuck is something like, for example, show you something. Let me show you. So this is like very uneven shape, right? So it won't be able to stand for me to trim on this side, because I have to trim this one because this is so heavy if you don't trim it, right? I have to trim so much of clay, so I have to put it like this. And you see, this one is not going to make a big nice chuck because it is not deep enough for this one to hold. So I might have to use something like this one, right? So this fits in perfectly, and then there won't be too much of gap, so it will be able to hold it. This is so heavy for this piece. You see, this is another one, right? So this is so heavy, so I might have to find like a good sized, yeah, maybe I'll be able to use the one like this. This one fits. And I will be able to use this one also. So this is already kind of kilned, processed, and everything. So this is going to hold it, but I got to be really careful because this can break this piece because this is still kind of like work in progress. So, yay. I'm so excited for this one because this is my little pitcher that I never actually made one. And I feel like I'm experimenting way too much with the clay these days, because this is one of the examples that I did. Like, I never built any clay cottage. Let me bring this over, because the more that I look at it, the more I admire it. I love to just see those pieces and I feel like genuinely very happy from inside out. Okay. Oh, by the way, Papa Ola, I just wanted to give you an update also because I don't know if you have seen. This is Yashika's idea of putting your little cat and P.S. I broke one of its ears, but this one is like little cat. We tried to give the most if if you fire the heavy part alone, will it still be fine? Yeah, it'll still be fine. Why would I fire just the heavy part? Because it's going to consume so much of energy. And my kiln, I'm sitting right here. You see the kiln? It's like really big size. So I would want it to fill that up. And for bisque firing, I can stack up. I can let the pieces touch each other. They should be fine. But when I'm glaze firing, meaning like this is underglaze, right? Underglaze is totally fine to go together with other pieces. But if I use glaze, glaze is essentially something like this that gives you shine and makes it food safe, right? So food safe one, when you put it in the kiln, it looks something like, just painted something, but then it turns into completely different color once it's fired to about 2100, I believe, degrees Fahrenheit. So it becomes food safe, meaning you can use it and water cannot just, seep out of it. But if it is bisque fired, it is still porous and you cannot use that, or you cannot keep it as a food safe one. So yeah, this one is still kind of like in a rough shape, but yeah, Papa Ola, we just finished a few things yesterday, like added colors to our bench, like the table. And then my kid added like a cushion to the chair, which I love. There is it. And then we've added some colors yesterday for this little planter guy. I'm having a hard time how to show it properly. So I hope you can see it all. And then there is your the best suggestion. It works so good and I love it so much. The cat is taking a nap on the window. And this is on the other side. So we basically gave like some 3D effect by just adding some white glazes here and there. You can interpret that as snow, or you can also take it as like a glaze effect of shininess. Like in case if it won't shine, you would still be able to see like there is a white color that gives you like the imagination as if there is like something that's shining. So yeah, yay. So that's pretty much what we did yesterday. And I wanted to do the trimming part, but it didn't actually dry, like it wasn't hard enough for me to do. It has to be hard enough, otherwise when I touch the pieces and when I trim the pieces, it's gonna be like catching up the clay and it's not going to be coming the way that I want. So I have to wait until like today for getting it all completed. So yay. Okay, so now probably you can feel it. I mean, you can see it, right? So there is that. I know it just came off a little weird because this side there's more and this side it's less. But if we keep continuing on this work, we'll be able to get closer to how we want. But that was really long answer. I hope you got the answer, or let me know if you still have a question. Papa Ola. Okay, so if you want to take any suggestion from me in terms of like clothes, do not wear black pants because they're gonna be completely different color by the time you finish and leave the studio. So, yeah, that's just for fun's sake. But anyways, it's totally up to you. I just realized that why I wore black today. You got the answer? But the rest of you, I just wanted to kind of like, there are so many people. We can, you can like, check out the other projects that we're working on and let me know what do you think. Hmm. It's pushing my thing, my tool away. What? Come on. My hands are supposed to stay in its place. And they are, but I still don't understand. I'm not an expert. I'm still experimenting with a lot, and I feel like that's gonna happen with most of the potters. Um, and it is like, the more you experiment, the more you learn. The more you fail, the more you kind of experiment. Right? So that's kind of like the lessons that I started picking up. And yes, so far I am experimenting, I would say, with everything that I've been doing. Because without experiment, I don't think I'll be able to reach to this phase. So it's so pretty. I always fall in love and I admire the shape of it. And in fact, for the chip and dip bowl that I'm doing is also pretty much the same bowl shape. It's so cute. I'll flip it once I'm done trimming on this side, and you get to see how it is. Okay. Hope you like the shape too. Trying to push you so that you get to see this closely. There. Trimming is one of the satisfying process, which is also kind of challenging enough because you get trim happy. That's what I call the name. You get trim happy, and you don't want it to stop until it breaks. So you have to be really careful. I have to be really careful because that's what I have seen in some of the pieces, and I ended up breaking them. And I broke some of the people's heart by breaking them because they're not absolutely happy. But I got to break them. I don't know how else I can use them. So yeah, sometimes it's okay. That's how I learn, and that's how I feel like you can create new pieces too. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm spinning the wheel really fast. Really fast. Sometimes, like I said, I experiment quite a bit, and sometimes I'm like, okay, let me just slow down. And here's another thing, because this is so close to bone dry, meaning it's dry enough that it will no longer, because this one is apparently still clay, right? When I just touch the pot, it won't leave any fingerprints, right? That's what I call it as bone dry. And it's like dry as, like, you can feel it like a bone. Yes, that's it. But anyways, so just kind of walking or talking about the topic today. We normally talk about a few topics, and then I wanted to find out what are your favorite stress relieving things. For me, it's pottery. Like whenever I'm stressed, whenever I feel it's a long day, I come and sit on the wheel, or I work with clay, which benefits me a lot and push me away from anxiety and connect me more to grounding, which is my favorite task to do in the evening times and in the morning times. It doesn't matter what time. I just wanted to do it. That's it. Let me know what is your favorite tasks to do. Like, what are your favorite jobs to do? When you're stressed, how do you de-stress? And how do you kind of like, how do you let the stress go away? I also like other things, like to play board games with my family members, and I do, what else do? I go for walks, which is my favorite thing too, and I do gardening. I love gardening. And the cottage that we had up there is also, I started with birds, like home for birds, and hopefully they're going to use it. I am excited because there are quite a few hummingbirds that come visit us most of like the mornings, and like depending upon how many birds there will be like a good number of hummingbirds that come. And then I'm hoping the door entrance that I built is gonna be like big enough for the hummingbirds. If they wanted to ever go inside and make their own home, they can absolutely do that. So yeah, I like to do more of that kind of tasks, and I wanted to build a home, like one more. I don't know when that's gonna happen. I have so many projects in my head which are like so unique, which I haven't built so far. Like I wanted to throw a piece that is like a round shape. Okay, so what I mean is like this is more of a flat shape, right? So I wanted to build something like a round down at the bottom, and then it comes out like a flower, and like I wanted to put the top so that, and then I will be having an opening at the door so that it can be hanged from the top to a tree or like any place where you can hang. And then I want birds to use that, like yeah, for so many reasons. So yeah, I don't think I'll be able to probably let the birds use it this year because I haven't even started the project. Once I started the project, it has to go to the kiln, and I have to do like the firings and glazings and everything. So it's gonna take like a little longer process. It's definitely a little longer process. So I'm like, okay, well we can. Well, those are the projects that I have. Sorry, I'm moving camera a little bit so that I don't have to bend. Yeah, so I am like trying to do quite a few projects for the garden's sake, and I have in my mind I wanted to build like really giant, yeah, like this big of planters. I do have quite a few projects, like I said, I still have to finish them. We'll see when that's all gonna happen, okay? If you are not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. It's not gonna do anything other than just like sending some notifications. But once in a while, if you at least like for me, when I look at some of the people that does the clay work, it inspires me and it encourages me to do more work, and it it also is very soothing for me. I hope it does the same to you because that's my main motto, is like want to connect more with people, and also I wanted to see if it can be their stress buster too, because that's how I feel when people trimming, reclaiming, or like creating any creation. It inspires me. At the same time, it motivates me to do more clay work, and it gives me more ideas. So yeah, I hope that you see it that way too when I'm posting some of those. So yeah, If you really think that it's gonna be de-stressing your day, go ahead and subscribe. Yeah, and again, I don't want it like a whole lot of convincing work, but I'm sure clay is one of the de-stressing thing. If not for me, just go ahead and do like some art projects, some work, which will definitely help you to forget about all the worries that you have. It's going to for sure calm you down. I don't know. This afternoon for myself, I was so burnt out, I felt like. So after me coming sitting and playing with clay, I forgot all about it. Because I have to say like how I am de-stressing, I just got that example. Otherwise, I would have not even remembered that phase of the day today. So yeah, it's really powerful. Play with any of the projects that you have. Like start somewhere, because I personally never ever thought that I'm gonna be having my own shelf, to be honest, and build anything with clay, because genuinely I didn't think that I can even do that. Like I don't know I'm gonna even get a pottery wheel, and I don't know especially I'm gonna get this crazy amazing opportunity of the clay for my own self. But once I started, it just happened to me, and that was my Mother's Day gift. And I was so grateful. Like, I'm not towards any big jewels or anything, but anything that is related to the pottery brings me so much joy and like energy that I wanted to do more work here. And my family gets a lot involved in this process also. So, yeah. Hence, my question back to you is, what are your de-stressing things? I know a lot of people are doing like 3D work. I would love to see any artists or meet any artists to kind of like, I wanted like one of the, I tried building my own stand. Like yeah, it's like CGH, but I tried, it's not working for me. So I would want it to like get one from the co-artist, if you will, and it gives them an opportunity to like get some business, I guess. Yeah, I would love to create opportunities for someone if I can do that. Yeah. Okay. I'm going like super duper fast now. Hey! This was about to fly away, sorry. I was like, I'll make all kinds of like, sounds. That's because number one, either I get too joyful or like too worried what's gonna happen. That's it. Okay. So, I'm filming this one. Ta-da! There's still some more work. Okay, well, see this one. Okay, I was initially thinking, okay, I made two different shapes. One is the shape that I enjoy a lot, right? But this one, I am a little bit worried because this is way too thin. Like this is way too thin inside. So I don't know if I'm gonna end up breaking this. But I like the shape, how it just turned out and gives you a good grip to hold. And this is like the regular chip and dip bowl, kind of like, yeah. I have a story to talk about when it comes to chip and dip bowl. So when I started like my pottery journey, like I started learning from one of the um, pottery studios that is off of Sacramento, and I learned from the studio over there. And I, when I started building something, I'm very beginner. Like at that point, I just started. Like I started my journey of pottery um, about like March of this year. So I started that, and then I started someone making chip and nibble, and I was like, how long have you been doing this process of like working with pottery? She said for about like 2.5 years or so, and I'm like, oh, 2.5 years. So I have to wait to make my first chip and dip bowl for 2.5 years. Is one crazy thought that started running in my head. And then someone else is making online YouTube. Someone else is making the what is it called? Teapot. And I started like I've heard that they have mentioned like it'll take you years to start making teapots. And I'm like, wow, I have to like a perfect teapot, to be honest. Maybe it'll take probably years, I guess. Years of experience is what I meant. So for me, I wanted to challenge myself, and one fine evening, I made several pieces. Of course, after getting inspired from one of the YouTube channels that I saw. And right after I saw that, I'm like, let me give it a try and see how I can do it, right? And then I started building like a good vase, and then like about close structure. And then I also got like the spout and the lid and the handle, everything, right? It worked so good. We tried to pour water also out of it. Everything worked so perfectly. Of course, the perfectness is like you have to make things without making it feel or look horrible, right? Mine definitely looked horrible because let me show you. I don't have that pot right now here. It's sitting in my backyard somewhere because my kids has been playing ever since. There's the story, but I will tell you what's wrong because I have an example that I can show you. Let me bring that one. Okay, so you see this piece, right? This piece is, sorry. So this piece is also like one of my initial pieces. When I was trimming, I broke the bottom. This is supposed to be a cup, like a cup with a handle. And I broke it when I am trimming this piece. So I have this plate, right? Trinket plate that I started. And I got this crazy idea of like combining these two as a little planter, which I like the idea, of course. But then I have to back then, I don't have kiln back then, like which it was about March, Aprilish, I guess. So I don't have kiln, so I took it to my pottery studio and I broke this piece. And guess what I did? I came up with, oh, why don't it be like a spoon rest? But why do you want a spoon rest for a pot like a plant pot? I don't know. I just thought it would be a good idea. And yeah, and then the worst thing that also happened is like when I was building this piece, both this one and this one are dried out. So I sprayed water and you see all the cracks over there. So when it is dried, you cannot technically attach two pieces because this is going to be the result of it. Like there will be so many cracks. My camera is doing such a justice that it is hiding all the cracks. But those are like the cracks. There are like so many cracks because I've added like a thin piece of clay and then I wrapped it so that it won't be visible, thinking that everything is going to be fine. But yeah, there are so many cracks for my teapot too. And yeah, cracked enough, but my kids are still making good use of it. They do a lot of tea parties in the garden area, and yeah, they still love it and they play a lot with it. So I'm happy that it is still of some use to someone. So yeah, I attempted teapot. Um, that it went really well. I got to tell you, because the experience for me to make the teapot is like so good. Because I never made one, but I like the story to be told. Like, have you made any teapots? I'm like, yeah, I did. That's one of my first pieces to fire. So yeah, it was fun project. But I recently got a teapot, and I love it. It's a cast iron one. I love it. I am like so waiting for starting on that project, like building a teapot and see how it's going to be. So yeah, there's going to be more fun, interesting challenges that I'm going to do for myself. If you think of one that I should be trying, let me know. Cause I feel like mugs are also challenging for me when it comes to like pulling the handles and things like that. But I don't know. We'll see. I can make handles, like I can cheat in the sense like there are so many tools that you can buy off of Amazon. You can simply just cut that and like attach it. But I wanted to do it like real case where I don't have to cheat. I can still pull the handles. Of course, there's still a long journey for me to be that expert, or I might have to try it more often. So yeah. Sorry, I was just like holding on to this one because I'm trying not to break this. We'll see if I can. I'm gonna be using my rib because rib is always comes in handy to smooth out things. I'm not going to make so much for the foot on this one because this one is, like I said, very thin and I don't want it to break it. Yeah, my question is still up there in case if you want to share your de-stressing things. Um, I'm open. I'm all yours. Okay. Nice. Very nice. Awesome. I'm not essentially taking too much clay from here, but I'm only like smoothing it out. Hey, this is somehow uneven. Like when I'm trying to place it, it's like moving. Or maybe it's tall that my chuck is not deep enough. I mean, it's not even a chuck, it's one of the other bowls that I made. Ta-da! I like it. I think this one is keeping up. Yay! This one is doing really good. So far. I don't want to jinx myself. Okay. Wow. That's nice. Let's take a look. That's, oh wow, it did survive. Good. I'm going to trim like the top side, but that's the piece. Yeah, but I was talking before that you have to start somewhere if we like any of the projects. You have to start somewhere, or like if you wanted to really, I don't know. I think I waited really long time to find out what my real passion is. Um, yes, I like the work that I'm doing right now, but I feel like this is definitely something that I would come and sit in my calm and peace, um, if I wanted to do something like this. But yeah, thank you so much for all the likes. Good to hear from all of you. I would love to hear from all of you. Okay, use this one. Okay, that is good. I think we can use our the fancy brush and let that all clean. And I'll show you. Okay, ta-da! This is the front. This is all directions. This is the back side. Not doing too much other than I'm gonna be signing my initials in here. I don't know, I'll have to probably wait for finishing all the pieces and I will sign all of them at the same time. Oh, which reminds me I should be doing the same with this one because I did not even it out. I feel like there is some evening that we can do since I have my chalk, my fancy chalk handy. I can do that. Nice. I did a good job. Let's flip this over. This one is all good on this side. Not to forget, fancy brush. Yay! This can reach to all the grooves. Like all the clay can be cleaned. It's so satisfying too. I don't know, I'm so kind of like obsessed with every single step that I do in pottery. Okay, that's good. I feel like this can still be trimmed a little bit. The point is, it is going to be tricky to reach to some of the corners we have and keep the shape that we still got there. Okay, so I feel like this one is going to help. I don't know, this, yeah, that one is going to help, so let's see. So essentially by doing, excuse me, essentially by doing this, I'm going to take out all the extra weight from the chip and bowl, or as a matter of fact, from anything that I'm trimming right now. I only learned like a few things from my pottery class, but the rest I have been all experimenting all along. Okay, and then let's switch back to our wide tool. This is not. I'm yet to figure out like so many tools that we get when I order, like, you know, the pottery tools. I get like so many tools, and most of the time I kind of like do either like research, because honestly I don't know if those tools does exist and what they can be used for, I guess. But yeah, okay, that's good. Let's just do a little bit more. And when other potter people are using that, for example, a tool, I'd be like, oh, that's what it can be used for. Because I personally sometimes don't know why there are so many tools, and I can survive without those tools, and I am still surviving without any fancy tools. But once you get used to that tool, or you see how it can be used for, you feel like so relieved for using that. It's like, oh, this is so handy. I wish I know this better, or like early. But yeah, it's definitely a journey. I feel like I was doing some phases of the pottery, like until my previous batch. I got like some of the lines like there, and for my previous batch, I got like some textures by rolling it, and then I was able to get like flowers and all kinds of like other textures. But this time, I feel like I'm gonna just keep things like very simple, because I wanted to add glazes. I wanted to experiment with glazes this time. I don't know. Like most of the time, glazes are very experimental. Like you never know what outcome you're gonna get. So yeah, I, I mean, there's so many potters out there. They're still researching about the glazes, and they have like tons and tons of pieces. But for me, with the amount of glazes that I have, I feel like I'm doing just the right amount of experimenting, because I don't have too much that I'm doing, but I just build enough. I feel like to experiment the ones that I got. So the glazes, I mean, to experiment with the glazes I have. I'm hoping we can get like the kiln loading done. The kids are also waiting for the kiln loading. Like they're only 5 and 8, but they are waiting for kiln loading. I don't know, and I am waiting for that too. Honestly. Okay, I think this one is doing good. And I feel it's very like lightweight, and I don't want it to break it further. Like I feel like if I do it more, there might be a good chance that I can break it. Especially this one is like tricky because, okay, so most of the times when I do bowls, it's like this area where it gets thick, and I can't reach to this bottom with the tools that I have. So I have to trim out inside. That essentially gives us more like space to add like any salsa or like not chips, but chip dipping thing, tipping sauces, like whatever it can be. So yeah, let me try with the fancy dancy tools that I have. Okay, think I got like a good chunk. Look at that. Yeah, it is still good. Usually there will be like the tap sound that will help me, but this one is like tricky because it's right in the middle. Like if you hear tap sound from there, you hear that sound? There's like, this one still feels like there's a lot in this area. Like, I don't know, that's also another experiment that I've learned. Like by doing so many experiments, I've learned that. Okay, that's cute. Look at that. I wish I can reach to this corner. Help me out if you know any of the tools that can do. Yeah, so far this is going so good. Like we've reached to the little bottom surface. Like close, not that bad, but yeah. Okay. I have to be not trim, feeling trim happy about it. Because then I can never stop doing what I'm doing. So it's always a challenge to me. I feel like trimming a little bit more, but then I end up breaking. So I wanted to keep it just the way it is. Maybe just a little. It won't hurt, right? Just a little bit more, okay? Hey. Okay, so here is another like very simple thing, but I have observed is like when I'm doing trimming with the rib, I am never supposed to put straight down. Like, let me show you. So if I put it like straight down, it's gonna cut into your pieces like this. You have to slant it, like you have to bend your rib in an angle, and then you'll be able to do it. Those are like very minimal things that I realize most of the time, which I normally don't observe unless I'm the one who's building it or doing it, right? So if you just see off of like somebody doing it, I don't normally feel anything different when they're doing it. I'm like, oh, okay, that's how they do it. But then when I'm doing it, oops, I realize a few things, including how not to break your pots. Okay. Well, for real, I'm putting this one away now. I get so trim happy, you guys. Okay, let's keep this one. Oh, wait. It's done. This one is not chip and dip ball, although it looks like one, but no, it's not. Okay, let me finish this one that I have here. And then, but what, the question is still up there, you all. If you wanted to share what are your favorite de-stressing or stress busters or, yeah, Things that you would love to do when you're not feeling yourself. Are you still exploring? Okay, good. And I'm going to be changing its direction. Okay. This feels a good center right now, but I'm going to be still making sure with my sharp tool. How? Like this. Okay. So wherever you see like the marking, there will be a marking. Wherever the tool is touching, you're supposed to move it towards the opposite side. Meaning, if it's touching, that means it's too close to you or it's not centered. Right? And there is one more push. And I can simply move it, erase it. So essentially the plan or the goal is that it is supposed to make, make a circle, like then it is centered. This one is so good. This one is just the perfect, what do you call? It's not too hot or too hard or too soft. It's like way too thick for me to do like all the trimming. So perfect. I'm gonna be starting with drawing 2 lines. That will be my foot for this little guy. Sometimes I do like a little inside and sometimes I do it towards the end. I feel like this would probably be good for this one. And then take my fancy dancy tool once again. Look at all the perfect rings that I'm getting. By the way, I feel like there's a lot to this one that I can actually trim off because this one is like so thick. So satisfying. I'm like moving it too fast. I don't know if you can see, but they're like perfect swirls that is happening from this one. I love that. Okay, let me bring this one closer so that you get to see. Okay, see that. That, hear that? That means we still can trim. I'm going way too fast. That's because I'm happy to trim this one. Okay, I'm going to now use my, where's my favorite tool? Where is it? This one? No, where is it? I know I didn't lose it. There, okay, I love this guy. This helps me like get that perfect foot with like the shape that I want, and I love it. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. I mean, once it's done, I'll be able to, because I can't take it out in the middle. And again, when my teacher, my instructor first did that shape, I was like, wow, I fell in love with that shape. But then later on, I found this tool and I was able to make closer version to what she did with her 30 years of experience, you guys. So wouldn't I be happy? Absolutely. Because I only been like doing this um, for less than a year and I'm almost there. So why would I be not happy? So yeah, with like some of the fancy tools, you can reach to wherever you want it to go in terms of pottery. And I guess with other things too. You just have to know, I guess. Okay, I feel like this part is good. The bottom one. So let's do like, let me smooth it out. I feel like we need, this rib is like way too long for me to hold it, because this part is like not even close to half of the rib. So oh, but how? This is so tiny one. Okay, let me use this guy once again to get the perfect swirls on the bottom. Yay! All the beautiful swirls, and that's what I love most about trimming. You get so happy to see them and then you lose what you're doing. I feel like I will be lost in the process and I'm like, ooh, I like this, and then I keep continuing and then eventually I do something that I don't want it to jinx myself. Oh boy, we're getting so close, so I guess I need to stop after finishing this area. Okay, I think I need to finish, I mean, stop now. Um, and then use my favorite tool once again. that is the scary sound. You're not supposed to hear that. Okay, and then let's smooth it out. Just the borders. Oops. Oh, you're not supposed to put anything when you're like throwing on the wheel. Because it's gonna eventually, like when you're spinning it too fast, if you don't notice it, it's gonna be hitting your surroundings or to your own self. So be careful when you're doing that. Ta-da! Okay, so close. Finishing. Okay. Take our fancy dancy brush and like smooth it out. This is so good. Showing it in a bit. There we go. Ta-da! That's the side. That's the inside. And that's the bottom. Look at that. It's so pretty, right? Like the foot and all. Yay! Love it. Let's do my big vase because I'm so excited to do that. And I feel nervous too to do that because we need the appropriate chuck, which I don't have one. So let's find out how it's going to be. Oh, you know what? Maybe we should finish these pieces first because that's going to take too much time. So let me finish this one real quick. I mean, there are a few things that we can do, like this one. Let me center this. Tap centering, you guys. Hey. I'm gonna use my pin tool. I'm not gonna take a risk. Okay. So I'm seeing it on this side, so I'm gonna be moving to the opposite. Okay, well, still there. Okay, over here. So wherever my pin tool is poking it, that's where I need to move it to the front. I need to slowly bring it closer, and I'll be able to see. This is poking still. Okay, over here. It's gonna take a good minute. Okay, over here still. Still the same area. I don't understand how much I need to move. Okay, so close. Okay. This is good. So let's start working on this project. You see what the bone dry is? Like it's gonna take a little longer time because it's dried pretty much. I can actually use my sponge and add some water to it, but I prefer not to sometimes. And this is one of those times. Because I feel like you can get any kind of like shape when you're working on the trimming process, but then when you add water, it will be out of your control, at least my control. I feel like only if it is like way too dry, that's when I use water. Like dipped in water, sponge, I will be like wet, make the piece wet, and then I will be doing it. But yeah, other than that, I would just keep it. Going a bit fast here. See that? You hear that sound? I hear it. Okay. So now I will bring my pin tool, the hero once again, and then I will mark where I wanted the foot to be. And then I will bring back my rib. But anyway, so speaking about my de-stressings or stress busters, once again, I also wanted to work more on like the painting stuff. I used to do like really late night paintings, like if I wanted to draw something, if it takes me more time, which paintings are gonna take you a little longer, right? So I tend to sleep really late, and when I finish the project, or I also wanted to keep my paintings as a surprising thing for my kids. Like when they get up, when they see it, just like a Christmas gift, you see. When they see it, I feel really happy to see their faces glowing up after they see that painting. I'll be like, you see that? And they'll be like, whoa, we love that, mom. So yeah, probably one day I'm going to definitely show you all how all my paintings are. And we'll see if you're gonna like some. I would love to share with you all. Okay, so the markings that I had so far, it's like a cute spear. It's like very cute spear. Yeah, this side I think we should stop, but on the inside we can continue, like this area. Um, yeah, just wanted to know what are your stress busters, and normally what would you do? Like you go do walks or like swim or like running, jog. I do gardening too. I love gardening. Bring our fancy tool, wipe it. Yay! This one is so cute. It looks like very cute, beautiful cup. Let's see. Let me flip over. I'm like so excited. Okay, now let's do a little bit more smoothing inside. Yay. Time to flip. Oh, hold on. One more. We need to smooth out the bottom. Okay, well, it's finally time to reveal. Okay. Wow, this is so lightweight. I'm avoiding to do it with the sponge because I don't want all the... This is so lightweight, very beautiful. Like cute and spear. Like it's like a... From this side, it looks like very, very round. Very good, it's so good. Okay, let's put this guy away. And then I feel like we can make similar thing with this one. I think I can use the similar, like because there's a pattern there, I can cheat and use that. But I'm gonna always have to find out if it's the right one. Oops. Okay, there's just a little bit of movement we need to do. Yep, this is all good. That went so fast, right? Okay, and I like to go with the rib first because this smooths out well. Speaking of the rib, I feel like there are way too many like thick ribs and they're like very thin ribs. I'm not sure who provides what, but I really like this rib, which is like very bendy and it's very thin. The other ones are also good, but they're like so heavy. Like heavy meaning it's not weight heavy, but they're like too hard to bend. So I like this one much better. this moved. When did that happen? When did that happen? Okay, let me show you another tool that I was talking to. There are like so many tools that you can actually use, but this is like one of the fidget spinner kind. Oops, sorry, I dropped it. But this is kind of like a fidget spinner kind of thing that you just put it on the top and then hold it in place, like center if you can, and then let it spin. I don't know, for some reason when I throw, that's much easier for me to clean rather than when I'm trimming, because I have to remove the splash pin and I don't like it. It's not my favorite task to do. Yeah, I like cleaning the clay, but not removing the splash pan. I would want it to just bring, like, clean with my sponge and like put the excess clay in my recycle bin, and I can go from there. But I feel like trimming is like, yeah, if it's this dry, it's good. If it's not this dry, then it's gonna be like a nightmare. But you don't want it to like trim if it is too dry, right? Because then it'll be challenging enough. Okay, I'm gonna be doing the spear one with this too, like a circle ball kind of shape. Oh, this is going to work, I think, for that shape. And then let's bring our fancy dancy tool. This is so hard to find, like anything related to the pottery work. Tools are very hard to find in Amazon most of the time. Like, not until recently I've seen so many products in Amazon, and I kind of was surprised because there will be a huge competition if you wanted to find um, anything, any product, right? Like, there will be too many vendors that sells the same product, but not when it comes to pottery. Like, why? When I go to a pottery store, I'll be like a kid in the candy store. I'll be like, ooh, I like that. Ooh, I don't have it. I'm like so happy when I see some products. Even the clay, as a matter of fact, I don't understand why I'm so happy, but I love to like grab quite a few things than I intended to buy. It's like, I think it would be the same with any of the grocery stores too, right? If you don't go with a checklist, of course. I do so good at times, but then sometimes I lose control. I'd be like, oh, I would wanted to buy that. Oh, that's so interesting. Oh, I don't have this. Maybe I wanted to snack on something. It's like that. Okay, this is definitely an interesting shape. It's close to spear, but it's not spear entirely. So let's do it inside and then see, reveal it how it is going to be. Oh no, did I go too deep? Maybe not. We'll see. I've seen some people doing the pottery one like by standing. I don't know how that is so easy for them. They do it like a breeze, but for me, I feel like sitting and doing is very comfortable. Maybe that's because I never tried standing and working on it. But yeah, I'm kind of like to sit comfortably and like work on it. I have to be so cautious. I feel like I'm reaching to making like a hole. So I don't know. We'll see. Again, my black pants are all becoming white. Like with the dirt. Okay. I should stop right now. I feel like I'm getting trim happy on this piece and I'm gonna be heating the base of it. So this is so interesting shape. Ew. Okay, I feel like there's still some potential to take some of the clay out from, yeah, from the bottom. Yeah, it's bottom heavy, meaning it's heavy on the bottom. So yeah, we need to continue trimming. I guess after all we're good down here, but I'm not happy in this area. So let's do some more. Let's take our fancy tool, put it there. It's right in the center, sitting comfortably. And yeah, speaking about finding the tools, like the tools of the pottery are also like very expensive, which I feel like, okay, for a home potter like me, I feel like this is like a bit expensive for one piece. It costed me around like $27 or so. And I'm like, why? This I feel like could have been somewhere around like maybe 10 to 15. But yeah, this is, and then it rusted. Like look at that. It like, because you're gonna work with pretty much all the tools um using with some sort of a water contact when you're working on pottery stuff, right? I'm not sure like why these are very expensive. Some there are like cheaper ones too. You don't have to pay so much for all the tools. And especially for the kiln, I think I paid around like $4,000. That's because there's no one around, and the pottery studio that I have to go and learn is like really far away from my home, and I'm breaking every single piece every time that I'm taking to the studio. So I'm like, I need to invest on the kiln, and I did. I'm really so happy about the kiln investment, to be honest. But they're like really expensive, really expensive. I'm going so fast. Yay. It's rotating. It's very satisfying. Okay, well, that's a beautiful shape. But I think I'm going to be using my rib one more time. Let's see, hear the sound test. I think there are still some more we can trim. Hear that? Okay, let's give it one more try. Ooh, this is so good. Now it's perfect. I feel like it's not bottom heavy. It's perfect. So I'm going to be getting like the soft texture. Yep, I think this is all good. I'm going to be cleaning out the sharp edges, and then we should be good on this one. And then I'm excited to bring out our vase. Okay, that looks so good. Ta-da! This is so good. Very lightweight too. Let me bring this one closer. I got to show you. Ta-da! Oops. There's some more inside. But this is so good. Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Yay! Isn't that cute? That's pretty. Okay. And here, oh, I forgot totally about our plates. We do have a couple of plates. And then I think they should go fast. Light is still. Okay, this should be good. And let's bring our red once again. These, my kids challenged me the other day when I'm throwing, and then they made me do this with very minimal clay. Right. Okay, well, I guess I cannot forget about my pin tool for the centering part. Okay. Okay. Some more. Actually, maybe towards the side. Hey, why does it want its own time for the centering? There. Sorry. Okay, well, this is perfect. I hope it's not going to move when I'm working on it. I would love to do more challenges and then find out what I'm going to make interesting. Like, what are the interesting pieces I can make? And I don't want to make foot for this one. Not sure why, but we'll see. Maybe we'll make a foot. Maybe. Maybe. I'm experimenting something with this one. We'll see. It's like without using my pin tool, will I be able to make perfect shape? Again, challenging myself. Because that, like using your pin tool is visually you're making lines and you can follow those lines. But one way or the other, you have to progress, right? Well, this is working good. Very good. Hear that sound? Okay, and then I'm going to be doing center. Ta-da! I like the sound. Okay, so these are like the cheaper tools versus this one is like expensive one. Yes, for sure, this is a good quality and this is like mud tools is what they call. And then this one is like for 10 bucks you get so many tools. And these were there are like so many and the problem with these are like after a while this is gonna come off so easily. I guess that's the problem with these. But other than that, they work really good for the job that you have to do. I keep hearing the sound. Okay, reveal time. Okay, we'll just have to work on getting the the side softer, like the rim softer or smooth. That's what I meant. Come to the center. I don't remember like if it is displayed or the other one that my daughter played with the clay and then she gave it to me to make it as a part of challenge, and it was definitely challenging because this one I combined, I believe, two different clays. One is softer version. I think I ended up smashing or putting it back on the reclaim bucket in one point. I'm not sure if that's the same one because I see some kind of like an irregular shape on one area. So especially on this plate. So, and she loved it, so I have to keep it. Okay. See, this one is so close to. Well, I'm so excited for the waves that we're gonna do right after this one. Okay, this one definitely looks like an organic shape to me. Okay, ta-da! Ta-ta-ta-ta-tam. I don't know why I make like ta-da sound, but I love it. Anyways, this is one of the plates, and the trimming went so cool on this one. Like I said, it's very definitely organic. So there it is. Oh, I forgot about this cute little fella too. These are definitely going to take me very less time compared to like the bigger one. This is the one that I'm talking about, and I'm excited to do. This is like a pitcher. Why I call vase, I don't know, but this is a pitcher. I intended to add like, I mean, technically you can actually make it as a vase, but I wanted to add handle to it. Excuse me. Go faster, go faster, go faster. How fast I can go, let's see. that? Hear that sound? That is definitely something. Like when I buy watermelons, that's what I hear too. Like I don't know, I tap and then I feel like if it is sounding like an empty pot, then it's not tasty. But if it sounds somewhat like full pot, then it is tasty. I don't know my logic, but yeah, that's what I follow. And yes, most of the time it does taste sweeter. Okay, so let's bring our fancy tool again for doing the foot. Essentially, I'm bringing it, what I'm doing is I'm not moving this one from one place for me to get like the foot. And then once I get it completely, um, or the way that I want, then I'm like moving on to the next spot. Oh, where's my brush? Where's my brush? Oh, there it is. Haha. Okay, well, I think I've learned something new today. Because I'm like, I'm not using my pin tool to make the foot markings. It's definitely an accomplishment. Okay, nice. Hear that wonderful sound. Okay, let's lift it and reveal this little fella, and then let's do it on this side. Keep your tools away from the wheel, otherwise they're gonna spin off and can be dangerous. Okay. Oh yeah, this is gonna be quick. Ta-da! Okay, this one is also done. And let's move on to, oh, keep forgetting this little guy. Okay. One. Move it to the opposite. Okay, wherever it's touching, move it to do the opposite. Okay, still touching. Move it to the opposite. Okay, still touching the same spot. Maybe I'm not moving around enough, I guess. Hey. Okay. Okay, still touching this one spot. Don't know what's happening. Let me just clean the lines so that we can see all the new lines. Okay, I think I know. And then erase the lines. Well, essentially our plan is to get like a full circle. Awesome, this worked. Okay. I actually worked on this one as a miniature piece, but let's see after trimming how small it's going to be. That was so fast, you all. I'm sharpening my rib too. So, are you ready to hear the sound? There's still a lot we can do. Okay, so I think we got the sides good. Let's see how we can do in the top, the foot. Let's go back to our tool. I think that one is good, and this is quite interesting foot. I'll show you closer. I'm making everything like a little circle. Spears today, I don't know. Okay. Ta-da! This is so very lightweight. Ta-da! This is so very lightweight. It's like feathery weight. So good. So, well, it's kind of like a medium. I would say it's not miniature. Like you can drink tea. When we're gonna make a pot, you can drink tea, and I have like a similar piece right over there. That one was very heavy down at the bottom, so I decided to go a little lighter on this one, because bottom heavy are like really not good. Very beginner, but I feel like I like this one. This is like very, very nice and beautiful shape. Okay. Well, finally, the piece that I've been waiting to trim on is here. You guys, introducing my little pitcher. Ta-da! Got to be careful, okay? And of course we need our pin tool. Okay, looks kind of, yeah, I think this looks okay. Center, because we're kind of cheated. We use already like the shape that we have that we did from previous trimming, so okay. And I'm not going to go so fast with this one because there is a good chance for this to fly off. Ooh, it moved already. Okay, I'm gonna be putting my little fidget spinner. I call it fidget spinner. I don't know what exactly maybe it is called, but it helps with trimming, so. Something is moving. Don't move. Let's. Hey, this one is moving. What's happening? Yeah, it's not pushing my hand, so it is still good. We'll see. Be taking our big chunk remover. Oh gosh, this one is almost about to fly away. Gosh, I caught it at the right time. There. We need some clay to keep it in place. See, just add some clay down at the bottom. This one is wet, so I'm using this one as a clay. Because I made my bat made wet, so it should stick. I feel like I'm building something here, but I'm not. I'm kind of like making my own chalk. Sit down. Oh, you know what? I think I need to add a little bit more clay here so that it won't fly away, I guess. Well, essentially you need to add like a clay and then it will sit. Maybe that's what I wasn't doing. Yeah, I'm gonna bring some clay and then I will be able to place it inside. Okay, I got some clay, and then we will be able to like make it like that. And then lift this piece and put it somewhere. And like try to make some traction. And then fix it around your bowl or whatever the chuck you're using. It'll keep it, it is supposed to be keep it in place, so we'll see. Okay, and then place it down. Adjust it just a little. Still pushing a little, but it's fine. Yeah. Okay, that should do it. Okay, I'm ready. Oh, it's going so fast. This is essentially challenging myself to see. Alright. This one is still... Okay. Come on. You got this. Got this. And I wanted to make like a round shape. Yeah, challenging myself because I made a few other pieces like this before and I ended up making like them bottom heavy. And that's part of learning process and experiencing, right? So this is like one other piece like that. So we'll see how we're gonna do this. I'll bring this one. Why is it moving in all different directions? Get out! This one is like now stuck, even if I wanted to move it. just a little. Ta-da! Okay, let's get back. So yeah, I feel like there's still a bit more that needs to be centered. Still more. Oh, I see what is happening because the lip of it is kind of like stopping me from moving. So it's not kind of like, I think I need to work with however it is right now. Kind of like very testing me. Yeah, maybe that's much better. Okay, and then I feel like this one is gonna do the job. Let's see. To remove like really large amounts of clay, this is the best one. And again, this is like very basic tool, but it does the job really good. My hands are getting stuck, so I'm gonna be using our fancy tool. See those perfect swirls? Look at those perfect swirls. And my clay is pushing my rib far away. There's still a lot I can take out. Let's do the sound test. Look how much clay we've taken out from this piece alone. Where's a dent, I think? tell you what's happening. You hear that? I cut way too much from here. But the rest is all good, so I think I'll be able to add a little extra clay. And then maybe kind of work with from there. Probably we're doing so good with this one. So sad. I'm gonna be using the applied one because I need like the thin pieces. Like maybe I can grab something from the bottom. Like make a thin. Hi.
Mom, I'm trying to sleep.
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah, I will come in a bit. Huh? Huh? Yeah, I am. No, you're not disturbing. You're fine. Okay.
Where we go in the bathroom.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be there in a few minutes, okay? I'm almost done. I'm trying to save this one. Why? Yeah.
Normally I'm not even going to do pottery.
Huh? You want to watch? Yeah, sure. You're going to be my live audience here. Hmm? Okay, we're trying to do some patchwork with this one. Oh.
Try to make a pumpkin jar because it's almost.
I'm trying to save this water pitcher.
But try to make a pumpkin jar.
Probably, yeah, maybe later, because I
Because
want.
Mom says pumpkin jars because it makes it mad. So
Oh, like a mad pumpkin jar,
yeah, so it'll
like ghostly appearance.
Like it's almost Halloween, right?
Huh?
You have to wear costumes in it. And my sister, we don't even have costumes.
Oh no, we'll get it.
Okay. But tomorrow if we have a holiday, we should bring it.
Okay, I'm trying to make it like look no patchy work.
Bye bye, Mom.
Bye bye, baby. Patching up things a little. Okay, I think that'll do it. And like using my rib to kind of like make it even out. Yep, this looks good. So good. It's very evened out now. Thank God. We were able to find it earlier. Okay, it should be good. Okay. Going to smooth it out. And then we'll be able to work on the bottom. At this point it's very delicate, so I got to do it carefully. trying not to like hurt the walls of this one because we just saved it. We don't want to break it once again. Very focused. Let's use our brush. Clean those surfaces. This is moving way too much. Okay, then I'm going to use my rib. Not going to touch too much on this one, I guess. I was so excited, to be honest. Let's smooth the edges. Flip it back. Okay, there it is. I think I need to, this looks good. Like, yeah, we need to work on, oops. We need to work on the top. Like just the top, close to the lip. So tomorrow, tomorrow I think I'm gonna be adding the handle for this one, but this is how it is. Like there are some smoothing that is needed in some areas, although it is not like too bad. But hello. Sorry, there is that fun trimming with pitcher. I got too excited. This is what I call trim happy. This is very lightweight, by the way, and now I feel like the top is a little heavy compared to the bottom because we took quite so much from the bottom. So let me just grab some more from the top. Hey. Okay, this one looks good now. Yeah, looks good. Just trying to smooth out because it's very tricky shape. Okay, that is good. So tomorrow let's add some handles, and I think there is like a little bit of brushing that we need to do, but this is like cute little water pitcher. Well, let's hope that we can get like the perfect water pitcher because it's pottery. You never know what's gonna happen until the end. So yay, that's it for today's live. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed this. um, let's meet in our next live and see what we're gonna accomplish. Thank you. Bye. Have a great night.